Credit, how to boost your score. So I've got 3 top ways to boost your credit. So did you know that there's 25 different formulas of credit? Did you know that? So you want to talk to a mortgage lender as soon as you can, but if you want the score that's most closely related to a mortgage score, just visit myfico.com. That's the very best score that we find usually that more correlates with what the mortgage lenders pull. Now, on to boosting your credit. So, did you know that revolving balances in your revolving accounts, like store accounts, Visa, gas, those are revolving credit cards. The balances are revolving, they're changing every month, right? So did you know that makes up 30% of your score? So that's the quickest way to get your score up, is how you manage this revolving credit. So let's say that your ceiling is $1,000. Okay, that's the max that they'll let you ever charge. You want to keep your balance 30% of that $1,000. So the rule is, I'll repeat it, keep your revolving balances 30% or below of the high credit. Now that 30% is in the reporting period. So let's say, I'm going to give you another example. Let's say it's the $1,000 limit. 30% would be $300. So in your cycle, your monthly cycle, it's $300. Now you know there's always an overlap between when your payments due, when the statement cuts off. It's okay if you go over the $300 as long as it's outside of that reporting period, if that makes sense. So if you have a question about that, just comment below and I'll be glad to answer it for you. Now the second way to increase your credit takes a little bit more time, but it's the seasoning of your accounts. That's something else we see a lot, is that the account is too new to really, the jury is still out on how you're paying that account. You could have 20 years of beautiful credit, but when you open a brand new account, you have points that are taken away. It's like they're being held and they're released out there, and you gain points after you hit 12, 24, 36, 48 months, and so on. So the more seasoned your credit is, the higher your score will be. That's when we see clients that have, 760, 780, 800, they have more seasoned accounts. Okay, so that's another secret. Let the things season, and then after time, your scores will come up. Now the third way to get your score up is max 2 credit cards. 2 credit cards with 1 installment type debt is the mecca for credit. Did you know that? Now many people ask me, I heard that I wasn't supposed to close a credit card. That's not true anymore. Back in the 90s or back years and years ago, that might have been true, but the new formulas favor the credit that has the least amount of credit. That means that's because you have least likelihood to go out and indebt yourself over at night if you had a big credit event, if you lost your job. The more credit cards you have, the more trouble you can get into. So the algorithm picks that up. So again, the third and most effective way, additionally, to get your credit score up is to close any accounts that you don't use anymore. Just have a Visa and an American Express, or just have 2 credit cards, maximum 3, okay? And not to forget, have some type of installment debt, meaning installment where there's regular same payments every single month. So we usually see that when there's a car payment, an installment payment on a furniture store, or something that's recurring, appliances or something like that, that's the same payment every single month until you pay it off. That's what installment means. So if you have any questions that I haven't covered, comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. Talk to your local lender. We'll talk to you soon.